Hello everyone, welcome back to the lecture series of Learning Theory of Automata and Formal Languages. My name is Binayak Parashar. I'm working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. So till now we have tried to learn the basic concepts and regarding the concept of finite automata. We have seen the concept of finite automata with output. We have also seen the concept of finite automata without output. So initially we have started off with finite automata without output, that is DFA, NFA, epsilon and FA. Thereafter we have moved on to the concept of finite automata with output, that is nothing but Murray and Mealy machine. So in the previous lecture we have tried to compile and we have tried to finish it up with the equivalence property of Murray and Mealy machine, that is nothing but conversion of a Murray to Mealy and Mealy to Murray. And this is lecture number 9, and here we are going to start off with the concept of how to get an optimized DFA. That means how to minimize a particular DFA. So let's check what the topic is all about. The topic is all about minimization of finite automata. Okay. So if we talk about a finite automata, it's not possible to minimize an NFA. Better we can convert the NFA to DFA, and then we can minimize this particular DFA. Okay. So let's check it out. What and all contents are there in this particular process, in this particular topic. So in the first slide, we come across with the concept of finite automata minimization. Okay. And in this particular topic, we will try to mention to you what and all are the important topics which are required to minimize a particular finite automata. Okay. So first methodology is named as table filling method. And this is the method which we are going to discuss in this particular video. And the second method is known as Myhill-Nerode theorem. Okay, so these are the two techniques with the help of which you can minimize or you can optimize a particular DFA. Now the question comes here is that what is the meaning of this minimization? What we are going to minimize? That's the main concept. Now suppose you are having a particular finite automata with overall suppose 8 states. Okay, and in these 8 states there are different transitions happening in between these states. And some or the other we have tried to get an optimal algorithm with the help of which we can get a particular finite automata with less than 8 number of states. Okay, and that automata is also giving you the same language, or that automata is also explaining the same language. Then why not to go with this less than 8 number of states? So that is known as minimization of a finite automata. And for this we are designated with 2 algorithms. Number 1 is this one and number 2 is Myhill-Nerode theorem. So in this video we will try to look how to minimize a particular finite automata and what the algorithm explains. Okay, so let's check in the next slide. Next slide says the concept of this minimization. The first concept says that 2 states are equivalent. 2 states are equivalent if number 1, first state on seeing any input goes to the final state and second state also goes to the final state. So if we get certain conditions, then we can say that the 2 states are equivalent. And always remember here that the final states might not be the same, maybe the different final states, but yes, looking into these 2 scenarios, it should reach to the final state. Okay. Now this is what the theoretical concept. We will try to look into the diagram, into the example, then it will be very much clear to you all. Okay. Second thing which I have mentioned over here is that these 3 things. Okay. If you look into 0 equivalent, 1 equivalent, 2 equivalent. Now here I have mentioned that this W is nothing but the strings, the set of alphabets. Okay, the set of strings, and the length of this is equals to 0. Then we can say it is in 0 equivalent, 1, then it is said to be 1 equivalent, 2, let's say 2 equivalent. Now this is what we need to check it out. This is nothing but step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. In a proper way we will try to look into the example, then only it will be clear to you. Right now you won't be able to understand what is the meaning of 0, 1 and 2. It actually says a particular concept, and that concept actually lies on this particular algorithm which is said to be table filling method. Okay, so let's check the algorithm first with an example, then it will be very much clear to you all. Okay, so let's check a question. The question says minimize the following DFA. Now the DFA is this one given to you. Okay, some way the other, after applying the algorithm, this one, okay, we will be getting a minimized DFA, which will also accept the same language that this particular DFA is accepting. Okay, but what are the steps? Let's check that. The step number 1 says try to delete all those states to which we cannot reach from the initial state. Okay, this is the initial step, or do not skip this step. Otherwise, in the first step only, if such kind of scenario happens, then you are already optimizing that particular DFA. Okay, now look into this point. See, suppose I am having a state. Okay, I am having another state, say suppose this is the final state. Okay, and I am having a transition from this state to the final state, and I am having one more state, and to that state I am just having transitions. Okay, now if you look into this particular diagram, is there any kind of utilization of this state? No, there is no such kind of utilization of state. This state might have been used in order to fulfill the requirement of DFA. What DFA says, that for every transitions, for every input, there should be exactly one transition going from one state to another state or to itself. Okay, not more than one, not less than one. So maybe for that scenario, this might have been taken. Now, if you can think overall, this diagram, this state doesn't reflect anything. From this state, we are not receiving any transition that is falling into the final state. So that means some way or the other, this is a nullified state. But in this scenario, the step 1 says that try to delete all those states to which we cannot reach from the initial state. So now if you look into this diagram, we can reach this particular state from the initial state as well as this final state. So in this scenario, you cannot delete any of the states. So when we can get this kind of scenario, now in this particular example, you can look into this. There is no such state which we cannot reach. Okay, now here they are not mentioning that which we cannot reach directly from the initial state. Here that they are mentioning that which we cannot reach from the initial state. It is not mentioning directly. So that means some of the other transitivity property also exists. That means let us look into now this particular thing. You just try to skip as of now. This one I have just mentioned in order to take you a particular context, that this state doesn't have any kind of role in satisfying any kind of language, right? From this state there is no transition which is going to the final state. So this is of that category. But the step 1 says that we need to find out certain states which to which we cannot reach from the initial state, not directly. Okay, so that means look into Q1 state. From Q0 to Q1 there is a direct transition, so therefore it is reachable. For Q3 it is not directly reachable from Q0, but through Q1 we can reach Q3. See, from Q0 to Q1 there is a transition, from Q1 to Q3 there is a transition. So Q3 can also be reached. If you look into Q2, there is a direct transition, so Q2 can be reached. If you look into Q4, from the initial state, it cannot be reached directly, but it can be reached through Q1, then through Q3, Q4. Okay, is there any other options? No. So that means Q4 can also be reached from Q0, not directly but by transitivity property. Transitivity property says that if A tends to B and B tends to C, then A tends to C. So some way or the other we can say this particular concept. So particularly if you look into this particular question, we are not having any states which can be deleted. Okay, so that means the diagram will remain as it is. Okay, now as soon as we go to the step number 2, step number 2 says that I need to draw a transition table for it. What are the states we are having? Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Okay, so these are the 5 states we are having. And how many input symbols are we are having? A and B. See, these are the 5 states we are having and 2 input symbols are having. Now Q0 on seeing A, it is going to Q1. Okay, Q0 on seeing B, it is going to Q2. As it is DFA, so definitely 1-to-1 transitions will be there. Q1 on sync A, it is coming to itself. Q1 on sync B, it is going to Q3. Correct? Q2 on sync A, it is going to Q1. Q2 on sync B, it is coming back to itself. Correct? Q2 on sync B, it is coming back to itself. Q3 on sync A, Q3 on sync A, it is going to Q1. Okay? Q3 on sync B, it is going to Q4. Okay? Q4 on sync A, it is going to Q1. And Q4 on sync B, it is going to Q2. So that means this is the transition table and this is your step number 2. So draw the transition table of this DFA. Okay. So I hope this is clear to everyone. This we have done a lot of times. Okay. Now in the step 2, I have tried to design the same table which I have explained to you right now. The same content we are having. If you look into all the states on sync input alphabet, this is not capital A, small letter A. On sync input alphabet A, it is going to the same state. Now comes the step number 3. Before going into step number 3, we need to follow a particular context, okay, in this algorithm. That is nothing but, I am mentioning over here two things. Number 1, same set or group, and number 2, same state. Now these two contexts, these two particular points you should keep in mind. Same set or group, and next is same state. Okay, why I will let you know. As of now, you just try to note it down if you are noting it down. So note down these 2 points. We will be using these 2 points in this algorithm. Okay. Now comes step number 2 is done. The transition table has been taken. Come to step number 3. So in the step number 3, it says 0 equivalent states. 0 equivalent states. Now what does these 0 equivalent states says? That, just mentioning the definition of it. Okay. Try to divide final and non-final states in 2 groups. Okay, so that means this particular 0 equivalent states, what it says, that try to divide final and non-final states into 2 groups. How many final states we are having? Only a single final states. And how many non-final states we are having? 4 non-final states. So definitely I will be making 2 groups over here. One will be for Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, and the other group will be for Q4. I hope it is clear to everyone. So non-final states comes in one group and non-final states comes in one group. As there is a single final state, so we have taken this into a one group. So this is 0 equivalent states all about. Okay. Now comes 1 equivalent state. 1 equivalent state, step number 4. Now how to do 1 equivalent states? Let me erase this thing. Okay. Now if we have to do now one equivalent states, we need to follow 2 things. Number 1, same set or group. Number 2, same state. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to check, we need to satisfy for any of the input symbol, sorry, this is A, for any of the input symbol. Okay. For both the input symbols, we have to check for both of the input symbols any of these criteria. Again I am repeating, we have to check for both the input symbols any of these criteria. Now what to check? This is the concept, right? What to check? So first of all, we need to check what are the groups being formed in 0 equivalent states. 2 groups, one is this one and the other one is this one, right? As this is a single group, leave as it is. Come back to this group. This group comprises of 4 states where Q0 is the initial state. So I will take Q0 together and I will try to check Q0 and Q1 because next state is Q1. So Q0 and Q1 together, and for both the input symbols I need to check whether any of these 2 categories is accepting or not. Okay. let me take Q0 and Q1 on sync input alphabet A, where it is going into the same state. Yeah, same state, any of this category. That means this particular for input alphabet A, for Q0 and Q1 together, it is going to the same state. That means it is accepted. Matlab Q0 and Q1 can come together. Okay. Next comes Q0 and Q1 on sync input alphabet B, where it is going to Q2 and Q3. So if we look into this particular zero equivalent states groups, Q2 and Q3 falls in the same set or same group. That is nothing but the any one of the criteria, right? So that means for both the input symbols on sync Q0 and Q1 together, it is accepting any of these two category. Okay. That means in the next state, that is one equivalent state, Q0 and Q1 will come together. They won't be separated. Okay. Next comes Q2. Now Q2 will first check with Q0 and then it will check with Q1. Okay, I will let you know. First it will check with Q2 and Q0. So Q0 and Q2 on sync together. What happened? On sync A, it is going to the same state, so accepted. On sync input alphabet B, it is going to Q2, that is also same state. So that means Q1, Q0, Q2 can make a pair with Q0, right? Q2 can make a pair with Q0, but already Q1 was present. So I need to now check Q2 and Q1 together. This is a very, it's not a confusing one, but you need to check every step, or you need to listen every step very carefully so that you can understand. Only one time you need to understand this, otherwise it will be same thing. Okay. Now Q2 already I have checked with Q0. It is going for both the input symbols same state. So that is accepted. Now already Q1 was making a pair with Q0. So I will now check Q2 and Q1 together. So on sync Q2 and Q1 together, for input alphabet A, it is going to the same state, accepted. On sync input alphabet B, it is going to Q3 and Q2. So go back to zero equivalent state, Q3 and Q2 are coming in the same group. So that means Q2 and Q1 can also make a pair. So that means Q0, Q1 and Q2 will come together. Okay. So this is what I have done. Now I will check Q3. Q3 I will check with Q0 first. Okay. So Q3 and Q0 I will check together. On sync input alphabet A, it is going to the same state. Perfect. On sync input alphabet B, it is going to Q2 and Q4. If you look into this zero equivalent state, Q2 is one group, Q4 is in another group. So that means we cannot make Q3 pair with Q0. So if we cannot make Q3 pair with Q0, do I have to check for Q1 and Q2? I don't need to check, because already Q3, if Q3 cannot make a pair with Q0, where we have seen Q0, Q1 and Q2 are coming together. So Q3 cannot enter into this group. Now Q3 will make a separate group. Okay, but before making a separate group, first Q3 will check any other group is there where I can enter. Just like in a particular group formation, na? If anyone is left out, then he used to check that whether any group is left out where I can enter. So the same thing, Q3 will now check with Q4 whether I can make a pair or not. So Q3 and Q4 if I check together, on sync input alphabet A, same state, perfect. On sync input alphabet B, it is going to Q4, Q2, which are in different groups. So therefore Q3 cannot make a pair with Q4. So Q3 now will make a separate pair and Q4. Okay. So this is what the general states that we find out in step number 4. Therefore, if we look into this particular table for state number 4, A and B, this is Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So the states will remain as it is. Okay. Don't get confused. This will be Q2, Q3, Q2, Q4, Q2. So that means now Q0, Q1 and Q2 will make pair. Okay. Q3 will be another pair and Q4 will be another pair. So I hope in this particular step number 4 transition table we got like this. Therefore now step number 5 I need to do it, right? So in step number 5, now you need to remember that in one equivalent states, I was looking this particular category, same state or same set or same group, in 0 equivalent state. Now when we will check for step number 5, that is 2 equivalent states, okay, I will look the same set or same group for step number 4 equivalent states. That means this one and this one. I hope till here it is clear. Okay. So in step number 5, when we are trying to calculate 2 equivalent states, I need to check the same set or same pair, this particular criteria, for step number 4, not with step number 3 now. Okay. That means if we look into the pairs, groups, how many groups we are having in step number 4? 3 groups we are having. So first I will check Q0 and Q1 together. Q0 and Q1 on sync together, on sync input alphabet A, it is going to the same set, same state, perfectly fine. On sync input alphabet B, it is going to Q2 and Q3. Now, is Q2 and Q3 are in the same group? It's not in the same group. Therefore, Q1 cannot make a pair with Q0. So, Q1 will now try to make a separate group. Where first it will check? It will first check with Q3 that whether I can enter with you. So, Q1 and Q3 I will first check. On sync input alphabet A, Q1, same state. On sync input alphabet B is going to Q3, Q4, which are already in what? Different groups. So, therefore, Q1 cannot make a pair with Q3. Now, finally, Q1 will check with Q4. Q1 and Q4 on sync input alphabet A, Q1, same state. On sync input alphabet B, Q3, Q2, which are in what? Different groups. Therefore, Q1 is the state which cannot make a pair with either Q0 nor Q3 nor Q4. Therefore, here Q0, okay, Q1 will make a separate group. Q3 is already a single one, which we no need to check it out, right? Initially, we have already checked. So, therefore, we got these 3. Now, which is left out? Q2 is left out, right? So, now I will check Q2 with Q0. Q2 and Q0 on sync together, on sync input alphabet A, it is going in the same state. Perfect. On sync input alphabet B, it is going to Q2, that is same state. Correct? So, any one of the criteria is satisfied. Therefore, this Q0 will make a pair with Q2. Therefore, finally in step number 5, I got these states. Okay. Now, the transition table in step number 5 will be like this. States A and B, Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Okay, sorry. Here a little bit of difference will be there. Okay. Now, Q0 and Q2 will make a pair. Okay. But the transitions will be same. Now, you might be thinking that till which particular steps we need to follow this. In the next step, step number 6, if we check the same process, see Q0 and Q2, if we check again, because how many groups you got? 4 groups you got. Again, if I check for Q0 and Q2, it is going for the same state. That means this particular pair cannot be differentiated, right? That means Q0 and Q2 will be remaining same within the same pair, and Q1, Q3, Q4 already it is a singleton group, right? So, no need to check for them. So, therefore, in step number 6, you will get the same particular set of groups. Correct? If it is done, then we can go to step number 7. If see, now step number 6 we got this, and step number 5 also the same state, same set of groups. Therefore, we can stop here and we can declare that the finalized set of states are Q0, Q2 1, Q1 1, Q3 1 and Q4 1. Got it? Therefore, the finalized DFA will be what? I will be getting now Q0, Q2 as together a single pair, then Q1, then Q3 and Q4. As Q4 was the final state, so I have made as it is, and Q0 was the initial state, so Q0, Q2 will now become the initial state. Now, if you look into the concept, Q0 and Q2 on sync input alphabet A, where it is going? It is going to Q1 and Q1. Correct? Q1 and Q1. Then Q0 and Q2 on sync input alphabet B, where it is going? It is going to Q2 and Q2. Correct? Therefore, what it will be? It will be a self loop. So, this is for B, this is for A. Similarly, I need to check Q0 and Q2 on sync A. Q0 and Q2 I have done now. So Q0 and Q2 is done. Now I will check for Q1. So if we look into Q1, on seeing A, where it is going to itself. On seeing B, it is going to Q3. So itself, correct. Then I will go back to Q3. So if you look into Q3, Q3 on seeing A, where it is going to Q1. On seeing B, where it is going to Q4. Correct. So Q3 on seeing A, it is going to Q1, right? So therefore, it will be a backtrack one. Okay, and for B, it is going to Q4. And if you look into Q4, on seeing A, it is going to Q1. On seeing B, it is going to Q2. Correct. Q4 on seeing A, it is going to Q1, and B, it is going to Q4. So this is the final diagram that you got, that is the minimized diagram. So if you look into the initial diagram, it was like this. After minimization, we got this diagram. I hope it is clear now. Now let us go into second example. This example says this particular diagram, and let us check for step number 1. Try to delete all those states to which we cannot reach from the initial state. Let's check Q1, directly reachable. Let's check Q3. Is it reachable from Q0? No, it cannot be reachable. So we got a particular state as a Q3 which cannot be reachable from the initial state. If we find that kind of state, delete those state, and along with that state, whatever transitions are there, try to delete that. Okay. Therefore, the final diagram will be like this. Q0. Okay. This is B. And this will be your Q1, where already a input transition is there for B. And then A. And this is also a final state Q4, where already a transition of B is there, and from Q4 it is a backtrack of A, and this particular part will be deleted. So this is the diagram that we got. Now I haven't checked for Q4. From Q0 directly I can reach Q1, and through Q1 I can reach Q4. So Q4 is a reachable one. Okay. So this is the final diagram in step number 1, which I have already I haven't drawn over here, but yes, I have mentioned over here. So this will be particularly deleted over from here. If you look into the step 2, I have to draw the state transition table, right? So Q0 on seeing A, it is going to Q1, correct? Q0 on seeing B, it is going to itself, correct? Then next, Q1 on seeing A, it is going to Q4. Q1 on seeing A, it is going to, this is not a Q2, this will be Q4, okay? Then Q1 on seeing B, it is coming back to itself, correct? Q2 on seeing, there is no Q2, Q2 has been deleted, so it will be Q4, okay? And this will be Q4. There is no Q2 state. So Q4 on seeing A, it is going back to Q1, yes, and Q4 on seeing B, it is coming back to itself. So this is the final transition table that we got. So in step number 2, we got this table where Q2 is nothing but Q4 only. So please neglect this. Okay, so we got this step number 2 transition table. Now from here, step number 3, we need to find out the zero equivalent state. If we look into this is the initial state, and these two are the final states. See, these two are the final states. Q1 and Q4 are the final states, and Q0 is the separate state. So if we look into this step number 3, which says a zero equivalent state, we need to divide two groups, where one will be your final state and the other one will be a non-final state. So two final states are there. So Q1 and Q4 will make a group, and Q0 will make another group. Now if you look into step number 4, which is one equivalent states, if you try to compare the same scenario, let's check that Q1 and Q4 on seeing input alphabet A, where it is going, Q4 and Q1, which is in the same group, that means one criteria is satisfied for this input alphabet A. Now let's check Q1 and Q4 on seeing input alphabet B, where it is going, again in the same set of groups. Therefore Q1 and Q4 cannot be make it separated. They will always make a pair. Therefore in the step number 4, what will be the states, what will be the groups? Again Q0 as a singleton group, and Q1 and Q4 will remain as it is. Therefore, as we got in both the steps same set of groups, can we stop? Yes, we can stop it. Therefore finally what we got in step number 6, okay, in step number 6 what we got, like this particular concept we got as Q0 and Q1 and Q4 coming as together, right? Therefore the final minimized pairs will be what? This one only, Q naught will be one particular state, and Q1, Q4 will make another state, right? Therefore, the final diagram will be what? Q naught will be one state, and Q1, Q4 will make one particular set, correct? Now let's get back to the diagram. Q naught on seeing A where it is going to A, Q1, and on seeing B where it is going Q naught, correct? Therefore, Q naught on seeing A it is going to Q1, and on seeing B it is going back to itself, correct? Now if you look into Q1 and Q4 on seeing A it is going back to Q4 Q1, on seeing B it is going back to Q1 Q4. Therefore, it will be nothing but a self loop where A comma B will be the transition. Now, what was the initial diagram? Initial diagram was this one. After minimizing, what's the diagram I got it? This one. So this is the entire methodology of implementing table filling method, and where I have tried to minimize a bigger diagram of a finite automata into a smaller version. There might be cases where you find the same diagram after minimizing, and you need to follow the steps. The step number 1 says that whenever you find any kind of states which is not reachable from the initial state, try to delete that particular state along with the transitions. And in step number 2, you need to draw the transition table of the given diagram. And from step number 3, you need to bifurcate the final states and the non-final states into 2 groups. And after that, you need to check the process, which is nothing but this 2 category. So any one of the category you need to check for both the input symbols. If any one of the category is satisfied, then yes, we can make a pair. So this is all about your today's video. In the upcoming video, I will come with one more interesting topic. Thank you for watching.